Servo Conservatory playwriting class taught by Benjamin Gonzalez. All of these plays are 10-minute-ish plays written by students this semester for assignments or for fun, whichever play they chose to submit. There's been so much work and creativity that has come out of this class that is very exciting to see, and I'm so excited for everyone to get to share this with you. In your program, there are descriptions, cast lists, and content warnings if that's something that you need to see. And all of the stage directions will be read by Henry Kopis. So, Waffle Equals Sex can come up on stage, and 45 years later can get on deck, and let's get this started. Sorry. Okay. But you miserable graybeards, you contribute nothing to the public charges. On the contrary, you have wasted the treasure of our forefathers, as it was called, the treasure amassed in the days of the Persian Wars. You pay nothing at all in return, and into the bargain you endanger our lives and liberties by your mistakes. Have you one word to say for yourselves? Ah, don't irritate me, you there, or I'll lay my slipper across your jaws, and it's pretty heavy. Lisa Strada. And then it says, Aristophanes or whoever translated it. A typical Waffle House kitchen smells of butter and waffles. There are over 20 open tickets hanging from above the waffle machines. A cacophony of clatter, bangs, and yells are heard outside the kitchen. Lisa works desperately in the kitchen, desperate to make each waffle just as passionate as the next. All while the world seems to be crumbling around her. She carefully places pecans into the waffle batter as she then starts to cook it. Strada enters, disheveled, however, without a scratch. Lisa! She trudges over to Lisa, her feet sticking to the syrup-coated ground. Lisa, it's bad. It's real bad. Lisa continues to make her perfect pecan waffle, unbothered. I think I just saw someone pull a tooth this time. I'm traumatized. Actually, oh my God, did I watch someone die? I think I did, Lisa, and don't even get me started on their manners. They demand your chocolate pecan waffles every damn night, meanwhile they trash the place. Of course it's gotta be all in the good old Waffle House too. Like we don't only have one cook and a manager who's in high school. We cannot continue like this.
That's the business, Strada. We serve waffles.
Don't dismiss me.
If you're so worried, help me get these waffles out.
No. This problem? It's big.
Lisa pauses her vigorous waffle making.
Is it stout, too?
Big and stout.
Well, shit. Guess we need to hire more.
Go on strike.
Lisa is dumbfounded.
I cannot believe no one has ever thought this before. All we have to do is refuse service. No pecans, no dripping syrup, no post-waffle clarity, and most importantly, no service. Not until they stop fighting. Oh, my Zeus offspring. I'm a genius.
Lisa considers.
So we just stop working.
As the only restaurant within 20 miles, they'll have to bend to our rules.
Strada excitedly grabs the waffle Lisa just finished and eats it.
Do you feel that, Lisa? It's power.
Lisa and Strata. Lisa and Strata. Lisa, Strata, Lisa, Strata!
Why are you celebrating? They're still fighting. It's like we didn't even make a tiny dent in their waffle-shaped brains.
Ye of so little faith.
Strata pulls out a notepad.
It's not working yet because they've gone a day without waffles before. Maybe even 2 days if we're being crazy. But once they hit that 3rd day and start to realize what they've given up for all this fighting, they'll come crawling back, begging for their quality waffle time.
You're like a mad scientist.
I'm not finished.
Doesn't seem like anyone's finishing anymore.
Another day later, the kitchen once more. However, the stoves are hot, and somehow so are their Waffle House uniforms. Lisa holds a Waffle House carefully crafted plate, while Strata tightens Lisa's apron.
This plate is all wrong. There's 2 jellies on the scrambled Golden Grits and a whole waffle mashed as well. Do you even know our plating system? It's always 1 jelly for over easy or scrambled if they Golden Grits. I don't know. It's just.
Lisa breathes in sharply as Strata tightens her apron, which has taken on the role of a corset.
Holy shit. They've never looked this big.
Strata stands in her glory.
Now do the walk.
Lisa struts around the kitchen, holding the plate in one hand. Nonchalant, sexy. She stops awkwardly.
You're ready! Remember, you need to first waft that smell of the waffle into the air, and if I'm correct, and when am I not, they will instantly cease fire. Then strut your cute little butt over to a table, don't forget to tighten your apron, and sit. This next part is the most important, so do not forget. Once they see you, you cannot see them. Do not acknowledge them, do not look at them, then slowly, agonizingly eat your waffle.
I just don't see what sex appeal has to do with all this.
Strata nearly trips from those words. She's exasperated, shocked, invigorated.
You must be joking.
Lisa shakes her head.
Oh my Greek god of orgy.
Strata runs to drawers on the other side of the kitchen. She riffles through until she finds a glowing binder labeled Waffle House Poetics. Strata flips through pages until she finds the page.
Perkins 124. Sex equals waffle. Waffle equals sex.
Strata lets the strength of that statement breathe in the room.
Isn't that verse like largely disapproved by like every other trans-
Seriously, Lisa? If you want to have any sense of peace, you need to flaunt it.
Lisa Strata walks up to her and gives her a hug. A bear hug. Lisa nods, then walks to the door, holding the waffle. She tightens her apron one last time before opening the door and disappearing into the war zone.
Shit. Come on, you got this, Lisa.
Strata peeks through a slit in the door. The fighting noises all halt. All that is heard is whimpering and begging.
What man can endure this plight, having no waffle to turn to in the middle of the night?
Please, oh please, tell us what you may desire. We will do anything for a waffle to admire.
Would you like, I don't know, stop fighting forever?
Intense discussion occurred. Negotiations between men decided whether or not to take Lisa's deal. Strata anxiously eats from a container of toppings. Silence falls.
We have a proposal, one which we hope is to your amusal.
For our solution may not be perfect. However, we think it fits your needs, with due respect.
Oh my god! Spit it out already!
For we offer a new battleground, one never heard of, one where none of us have fought. For we offer to you the Waffle House parking lot.
Nothing else is heard. Strata continues to stress eat. A moment. Then Lisa strides into the kitchen.
I did it! We did it! They promised they'd no longer fight in the Waffle House.
But now it's in the parking lot?
Yes, but isn't this perfect? They're forced to fight outside, where if we get too pressed, we can just hit them with a car. You're so right, Strata. This is so invigorating.
Strata is shocked.
So we really did it.
We really did it.
You really aren't so bad, Lisa.
You're not nearly as lazy as I thought you were. Just misapplied. non-work related conversation at work sometime?
Strata starts to tear up.
I mean, is Battlestar Galactica better than Star Wars?
Oh, I'm sorry, it was just a suggestion.
That's a yes, Lisa.
They argue into the abyss. Blackout. The end. Scene 1. Cassie and Emery's room. 2 beds on each side of the stage, a bookshelf in the middle, and a warm colored vintage. You decide what vintage means to them. Furniture zone center stage. They have built a life in this musty and colorless den.
Where did you put your boots?
Up in the second canister?
Rustling coming from Cassie's direction.
I don't see them.
Check primary then?
Ah.
Enters from stage left with a pair of muddy work boots.
Now, did you think you were going without these?
I guess not.
Cassie hummed with contentment, clapping off the dirt and tucking them into Emery's bag.
You know, you could say that these boots are magical. They're my last pair of boots down here that walked on real soil. Wish you'd appreciate them a bit more.
Well, if you treasure them so much, why don't you seal them in a bag or something?
Because you need boots for work, and I don't really need these right now.
Okay. Thanks, Mom, but would you just let me pack my own bag? I am a grown adult now. I can pack my own bag.
Yes, sorry.
It's fine. I'll be back at 1 and we can read until dinner chores. Yeah?
Cassie nods. Emery exits. Cassie makes herself busy, grabbing a broom to sweep the dirt up off the floor. As she is doing so, she bumps her head on the corner of a lamp, knocking her attention to an old box. Her curiosity peaks as she trays the broom for the box. Inside are pictures from her childhood, the only thing she could grab before leaving for Tortuga. A diary lies inside.
August 15th, 2025. Dear Diary, today I brought Mama to the waterfalls near Yellowstone. We took a dip in her favorite hot springs, the one with the view of the mountains. She loves those hot springs. It's the only time she isn't complaining about all the aching in her head. The doctors told me to take her out to her favorite places before, you know. She told me about when she had me and falling in love with Dad. It was nice to hear about him again. We went to this cute little ice cream shop and headed home. Anyways, a great day. Till I see you again, Cassie. XOXO.
Cassie flips to the back end of the diary.
The underground is much darker than life up above. There's no winds, no sunlight. They try and supplement with these vitamin D lamps, but they just aren't the same. I snuck in some strawberry plants that I ripped out of the greenhouse before we were forced underground, but I don't have much hope for them growing. If anyone is reading this 1,000 or something years in the future and you have the chance to see the sun again, go do it. Don't stay down here forever. You'll miss all the good stuff up above. Anyways, not the best day. Till I hopefully see you again, Cassie. XOXO.
Cassie closes the diary. Her face is warm with lamplight. She exits stage right. Scene 2. Mess hall. Tables lined with random bowls and assorted styles of bowls and plates and messily made ceramic cups. Something that shows the audience the thrown togetherness that they settled into. Cassie runs from off stage. She sees cousin Augusta and hurriedly sits next to her.
Hey, Gussie, can I sit with you for a second?
Sure. What's on your mind?
Remember those diaries I used to keep before my mom passed away? A few months.
Yeah.
Well, I just found one. And remember the hot springs by Yellowstone? I can't believe I forgot. I mean, that is very traumatizing.
I remember.
Yeah, well, what if we could, like, go back?
What?
It's been 45 years. Things have got to have changed.
You aren't really thinking about what
Well, why not? I'm not asking you to zip up my suit or open the door, okay? Just tell me, is it safe?
Augusta opens up a tablet that glows in her face.
Oxygen looks okay. UV is still pretty high, but should be fine with a proper suit on. There don't seem to be any coming solar flares for a while. The grass outside the entrance looks surprisingly green. Humidity is surprisingly high for the amount of heat that's producing and lack of water resources nearby. Hold on. There seems to be some activity nearby.
Well, is it safe?
Maybe. Things do seem to be much better, but don't jump at the opportunity just yet, alright? There are a lot of things that we can't see or detect, like whatever was just moving around outside. But I will check on it for you. Maybe we can send a team out to check in a couple months.
Couple months?
Well, we haven't exactly prepared the right resources, Cass. This isn't the first time someone has asked since we came down. There's a process for these things. Just wait a little while longer, okay?
Cassie sighs, then gets up and runs off. Scene 3. Biosphere Enclosure. The biosphere is a mock nature environment. The ground is covered in waist-high tall grass, a fake blue sky, and fans blowing the grass around. Fluffy creatures the size of a big dog lazily walk around chomping on grass, and you can hear electric shocks from their fur every couple of seconds. Cassie knocks on the door and opens it, looking inside.
Em, you here?
Emery is throwing some grass seeds on the ground and listening to music through a Walkman with headphones. Cassie sees Emery and lets herself in, dodging a few creatures that come her way looking for pets.
Hey, Em. Em! Emery Ensign?
Taking her headphones off.
Well, hey Mom, what's up? How did you get in here without a key?
You left it open.
Oh,
I need to tell you something.
okay, shoot.
How would you feel about going outside again?
Emery stops. She empties the seeds in her hands back into the bucket. Her face turns into something thoughtful.
What? I spoke to Cousin Augusta. She said she saw something. I really think we can try it out.
Mom.
And there's so many things I want to show you. The mountains near our old house, streams, like real streams and oceans. Emery, you have no idea how amazing oceans are.
Mom,
what?
You can't be serious.
Of course I am. We have a real chance at getting out of this hellhole.
Seriously.
Yes! This place stinks 24/7, and I haven't felt sun on my face in 45 years, Emery. You wouldn't know because you've never seen it, but my God, it's like magic all over your skin.
Mom, this hellhole, it's all I know. And I know you have these dreams of like escaping our home or whatever, but would you just take a second and think about how it would affect me? Because you always do this. You have an idea and you're determined it's gonna happen without thinking about the repercussions. So for me this time, would you please just let this go?
I didn't make it like that.
Yeah, well, there isn't much space to take up in the apartment when you live there.
What?
Mom, would you just go? Go home. Let me do my job and I'll be home for dinner and we can talk about it later when I'm less likely to say something I don't mean.
Okay. Guess I'll go then.
Okay.
Cassie sees the purple work boots sitting outside the door. She picks them up, admiring them. Clutching them to her chest, she looks back at Emery.
I love you.
With no response, Cassie exits, carrying Emery's work boots with her on the way out. Scene 4. Entrance to the Tortuga. A large steel door sits center stage with a small and faded window at the very top. Screens, buttons, pulleys, levers, and all surround this daunting door. Cassie comes out in a suit of protective gear, helmet, goggles, and an oxygen tank. She struggles to seal it on.
I just need to see it. Then I'll go straight back.
The doors open, and Cassie walks out. The doors slowly close. As they do, we hear small bird chirps and low rumbling. There is a line of trees surrounding the Tortuga entrance. There are wildflowers and bushes growing wildly around the place. The sequence happens as the door slowly closes and seals. Cassie presses the close button of the door, walking out and observing the sky around her. She sees a creature flying above her and laughs, soaking in the sun. She ecstatically runs into the clearing. The sound of cicadas buzzes and hums around the theater, and Cassie scratches at her skin. There is a red beeping on her suit. She observes this. Cassie hits a button on her suit and hurriedly runs to the doors before they Doors closed. Sealed. We can still hear the beeping as the doors slowly open again. We hear the cicadas louding, the beeping grows, and we hear a scream. The doors open, and all that is left is a melted suit and barely recognizable pair of purple boots. Setting. We are inside of an intel base for the U.S. military. There are various monitors, dials, screens, radios, and other technological gizmos. At Rise, we see General G, Sergeant S, Captain C, and Private P all gathered together. The atmosphere is tense. They are sitting on the brink of a calamity.
Soldiers, these are dire circumstances we find ourselves in. You three are the best eyes we have on the threat. It is imperative that we act now before doomsday befalls us. Sergeant Sneaglerock!
Yes, sir! Status of what are the circumstances before us? At about 1400 yesterday afternoon, an odd device was discovered in the middle of the Nevada desert. After approximately 6 seconds of pointing at it, our forces concluded that it came from aliens. Because as we all know, aliens are real.
Naturally, we'll be foolish enough to think otherwise.
Communist. Captain Cribblebum. Communists.
I thought they were round earthers.
No, those are socialists.
Anyway, we have received reports detailing a race of gecko people from Uranus who want to come in. Naturally, our U.S. military found out about this first, meaning some third world country found out about it and then we stole the information and claimed it for ourselves.
Naturally.
Yes, we sent Officer Owoo-woo-woo-wee to investigate and discovered that they have crafted a machine that will send out an electromagnetic pulse that mutates human DNA. It happened to Officer Owoo-woo-wee. He is now a gecko, so we lost a brave man. We lost a brave man today. which was yesterday.
How is this possible? We don't have technology like that, and we're America.
I thought the same thing, Private Pricklebuck. We don't know how it works. All we know is that it's dangerous. We've decided to name the machine the Human Genetic Modifying Electromagnetic Pulse Device, or the Hugmenta for short.
Thank you for your report, Sergeant Sneaglerock. As you know, this is a most dire threat and must be taken with utmost seriousness. We need ideas to combat this new threat quickly.
The solution is clear, General. We will send out a platoon of soldiers to dismantle the device and destroy it. I think that Lieutenant Loggin Boggin should lead this operation, as he is the bravest and most logging of us all.
Dare I say, the most boggin.
I have just now contacted Lieutenant Loggin Boggin during the past 3 seconds. Take your attention to the advised location immediately. He wants you all to know he will do everything in his power to both log and bomb this situation.
Good man, that Logan Bog. May we all aspire to Logan Bog as he does.
George, sir?
Please, Private Pricklepug, this is a room of respect. If you wish to address me, you will address me by Pickle. General. Georgiano, Goofy, Pedalia, and Gargants.
Medical. The report says there are actually 7 others, strategically placed around the world.
General G takes off their aviators in the most dramatic fashion. They're wearing another pair underneath, however.
Private Pricklepuck is right, sir. We're receiving reports from around the world. Countries are going haywire at this new threat. Australia has enlisted a brigade of wild animals in defense. Russia has gone blue, and Antarctica has amassed so many immigrants in the past 30 seconds that they've created their own government and elected a president. It's Jack Black, sir.
General G dramatically pulls off their second pair of aviators. There's another one underneath.
Don't worry, General. We do suspect the polar bears will eat Mr. Black before his second term. But there are no polar bears second terms to come. The polar bears were the immigrants, sir.
Sir, we just received an report from Lieutenant Ogden. His whole platoon has been transmogrified, including himself. It seems he has been both outbogged and outbogged.
General G strips away their third pair of aviators. There is another one underneath.
Dear God.
Sir Major, Mr. General, sir, what do we do? The medical set will go off in less than 10 minutes, and now there's 8 in total, 7 of which we had no idea about. How are we going to stop them?
Fear not, brethren and sisters. We are the United States of America. We do not lose wars. We are incapable of making mistakes. And even more incapable of admitting our mistakes to the public. Any threat that opposes us or has access to oil reserves will be vanquished and crumbled. And if we lose, it was not our fault because they must be terrorists. Worse than losing a war is terrorists. Haven't you seen Independence Day? That movie was based on real events. Any minute now, some Jeff Goldblum type guy will run in here, do his little hack thing, and fix all our problems. We just have to wait.
Sir, we just received an report that Jeff Goldblum has fled to Antarctica. There's my Earth's future Supreme Leader, Emperor Jack Black.
General G stares ahead as if they did not hear that. Slowly, they raise their hands to their face to remove their 4th pair of aviators, revealing a pair of silly eyeball glasses underneath. The TV screen in the background begins playing white noise and static. It seems a transmission is coming in. All turn to face towards the monitor. As Supreme Leader Jack Black is here.
Greetings, Earthlings. I am the notorious Jack Black, Earth's new Supreme Leader and best rock musician in the world.
What do you want? Why are you contacting us? We are very occupied with...
Go alien race genetic mutation problem?
How did you know?
Who do you think contacted them? Who do you think transported all the polar bears to Antarctica? Who do you think invited Jeff Goldblum to Antarctica? Who do you think had a gecko on waiting for Lieutenant Morgan and Officer Owawee?
You monster!
Oh yeah, it's me, baby! Doing the human race a favor. I believe that our problems would be fixed if we were all geckos. It's a revolution, bitch!
Sir Major, Mr. General, sir?
Not now, Private Pricklebuck.
But it's important, I swear. I believe we found a weakness.
General G whips around, a newfound glimmer of hope in their googly eyes.
Weakness?
You guys know I can hear you, right?
Yes! The membrane is made of the gooey tosin, a foreign metal that we've been secretly researching for the past 5 minutes, but never bothered to mention for dramatic effect. As it turns out, tosin metal is extremely susceptible to water. If even a drop touches it, it will violently explode.
Say it ain't so.
I will not go.
Private Pricklepuck is right, sir. And even better, we just recently mandated that all our soldiers carry spray bottles on their person in case their hair needs a touch-up in the field. multiply the torque of the helicopter motor with the distance, divide by 2, add the cost of gas money with inflation, subtract some water weight that will be shed as the helicopters work off calories. All will be in place by the time I finish this sentence.
Ding! Is heard on the monitor in the corner, and a helicopter light flashes.
They're in place. That's incredible.
Hey guys, maybe we should talk about this. I think we're being a bit hasty with this whole destroy the hub and the machine stuff.
Sergeant Sneagle, give orders to the soldiers to spray water on the machine. Yes, sir!
Sergeant S presses a button, and we see one of various TVs cut to a live feed of a soldier running up to the funnel of the machine and spraying it with water. Nothing seems to happen. Then the machine begins to beep loudly.
It's working! They're beeping like they're about to explode! Hooray!
But stop when they realize Supreme Leader Jack Black is clapping and laughing.
What are you so happy about? Your precious electrical machines are about to be destroyed!
Maybe that's exactly what I wanted you to do.
What are you talking about, you lunatic?
You really think gecko aliens from Uranus care about some stupid earthlings? How dumb do you have to be?
What are you getting at?
You never checked how big the explosion would be when the Google bombing goes in metal that disintegrates. You just activated 8 nuclear bombs at precise locations around the world except in Antarctica.
Silence. Everyone lets the reality of what has just happened sink in. General G reaches for the googly eyes, but then pulls their mustache off.
Dear God.
Say goodbye to your precious Earth losers. Earth's new Supreme Leader, Jack Black, out!
The TV monitor with Supreme Leader Jack Black fades to black. The room is still silent for a long time. Finally, someone speaks.
Sergeant Sneagle, how long until those bombs detonate?
Approximately 30 seconds, sir.
More stunned silence. Finally.
If it helps, I really enjoyed this time we spent together. You guys are like my best friends.
I agree. There's no one I would rather spend my last seconds on Earth with than you three. Not even my wife and kids, sir.
I concur.
Today we fought a battle that we could not win. We faced a threat that hasn't rewarded us. While we may not have won the war, it's important to take a step back. Appreciate it, yeah. And realize
General G is cut off as everything explodes and everyone dies. Cut to black. Everything is moved off stage until it is completely blank. Stars light the back wall. We are now in space. Gecko Greg and Gecko Jeffrey with a G enter stage. Gecko Greg is holding a cup of coffee and a newspaper that reads, "The Interstellar Stellar." Gecko Jeffrey with a G is minding their business.
Well. Looky here. According to this article, Earth has been destroyed because of a set of nuclear bombs deployed in our name. Those damn Americans always wanting to blame someone else for their problems. How did you know it was the Americans?
Gecko Jeffrey gives Gecko Reggie, you have to ask.
They should have known. Maybe that's you. They should have known that nuclear bombs was a bad idea. They were bound to run out of the nuclear countdown eventually. I wish humans spent more money on things that actually helped each other instead of weapons that destroy each other. They're politicians. They're politicians. Well, I suppose world peace did eventually happen. I hate violence. Why do humans have to romanticize it so much with movies and novels? I agree. Perhaps the extinction of the human race is for the best. Yes.
artwork hung throughout the room. Colorful lanterns line the ceiling, clay pottery decorates the room, and hand-woven story blankets are neatly folded by the bedside. Not a speck of dust can be found in the shelves or wooden floorboards. The room smells of herbal scents and Eastern medicine. The set only takes up half of the stage right. Grandmother is sitting up on the bed as she sews an extravagant pattern onto the blanket she is making. There are an array of tubes and wires that intertwine between her and monitors at the bedside. She looks terribly ill. Grandson enters. He has a backpack, which he takes off.
Hi, Grandma. How was your day?
It was good. Have you eaten?
You're always asking me that. Just got home.
I know. Look like you could use a couple bags.
Grandma, you can't say stuff like that anymore.
Right. All right. That's what you always say. You know I love you, right?
I know. You always tell me.
How are your grades in school? Are you getting A's?
I'm definitely trying. It's been hard with everything going on. I'm always worried about you.
Don't worry about me. Just worry about getting good grades so you can go to college and I will be happy. You promise me?
You know I don't break promises.
Grandmother touches grandson's cheek and she reminisces. All of a sudden, she begins to cough. It is clear she has not felt well in months. She continues to cough.
Are you okay? Do you need something?
Grandmother continues to cough and begins to have a panic attack. Grandson is lost in what to do. He looks intently at the lanterns on the ceiling and back to grandmother. He sits by her bedside and holds her hand.
Grandma, tell me about your paper lanterns.
Grandmother calms down. She begins to breathe normally, somehow affected by the question.
Lanterns? Lanterns.
Tell me a story, Grandma.
Lights dim on the stage right as young woman and young man are sitting at a table in the kitchen. The moonlight shines through the window and crickets can be heard in the still of night.
Where have you been this past month? Every day you are gone for hours and you sneak back into the house at night thinking I won't notice?
I'm not trying to.
Please don't tell me you're seeing someone.
I'm not.
Then why are you always gone? It doesn't make sense. Times are hard and you leave your wife home alone, sometimes for days at a time. I can't keep worrying about you and thinking that you're...
Listen, nothing is going on. I promise. I just can't tell you because...
Why? Why can't you tell me? Why are you trying to lie to me? Why can't you just...
I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
Every day and night that I've been gone, I've been training for war. I'm joining the revolution. If there's any hope for the future, I need to fight for what's right.
You can't. You'll die. How am I supposed to live without you?
You won't have to. I'll come back, I promise.
I'm pregnant.
What?
Young man smiles. They embrace.
I've only just found out not too long ago. You can't leave, if not for me, then for our child.
I have to. I have to protect you and our child. I can't stand here hoping that someone else will make a change when nothing is changing. We deserve to live in a world where there is life without violence. Take a look around us. Some people are being taken out of their homes and murdered in the streets in broad daylight. I can't keep watching our neighbors and friends disappear. I cannot allow you or our child to live in a world where you have to hide because of who you are. A world where you can't live freely and make your own choices. It isn't fair. I must leave soon.
Promise me you'll come back.
You know I don't make promises.
Young man reaches into his bag and pulls out a lantern. On the sides are intricately cut designs of dragons and serpents.
You know I don't make promises. I know it isn't much, but I got this paper lantern for you. It's almost as beautiful as you are. When I was growing up, my grandmother once told me that dragons are protectors of the spiritual world. They protect many places from bad spirits and people. They will protect you while I am gone.
Who's going to protect you?
My gun. I love you too.
Young man stands up. Young woman briskly stands up to meet him face on.
Promise me you'll break me?
You know I don't break promises. I'll write to you every chance that I get. back before you even know it.
Young man embraces young woman for the last time. He gathers his belongings and bag and makes his way toward the door. Young woman looks longingly towards the door as young man leaves. She looks at the note as lights dim stage left and light illuminates on the bedroom stage right.
Grandpa was so brave. He really loved you. What happened next?
Well, he died. He died fighting for what he believed in. He never met your mom, but I told her all about him. The way he used to make bouquets out of wildflowers, the rhythm of his laugh, and how the warmth of his voice felt like a hug from every word he spoke. I miss him. Every day. You remind me of him. Can you do me a favor?
Of course, Grandma. Anything?
Grandmother points to a drawer across the room. Grandson stands up and walks over to the drawer, opening it with the ornate wooden handle. Inside is a box. It hasn't been opened in decades. He picks up the box and brings it over to grandmother. She opens the box to reveal an old letter. She hands the letter to grandson.
Will you read it to me?
Grandson unravels the letter and reads towards the audience while standing stage right center in the spotlight. Grandmother lays back to listen, eyes closed. Young man appears stage left and begins writing a letter in a flashback under dim lighting.
My love, if you're reading this, it means I did not keep the promise I would the way I swore I would. But some promises are kept differently. You are paper, not the kind that tears at a touch, but the kind that remembers hands, creased by folding, softened by breath, and beautiful by intention, and strong enough to keep its shape. I have always known you were art. I am the dragon they taught me to be, the ones told in stories by our grandparents, sharpened by fear, given teeth and flame, and told to guard what matters. They sent me east and west with banners and donuts, and said tyranny only understands fire. So I became it. Not because I loved war, but because I loved you. I went so your hands would never have to harden. I went so your voice could stay gentle. I went so the world you folded around your children didn't have to burn at the edges. Dragons do not survive their own flames. You know that now. But paper outlives fire when it is hitting close to the heart. Since I did not return, know this. I circled you until my last breath. I learned the shape of your name like the constellations I saw every night. Every step I took toward the enemy was a step between them and you. When you missed me, truly missed me, I hoped you would open this letter and feel my wings settle around your shoulders. Not heavy, never heavy, just enough to say you are still guarded. Now your hands shake. If time has folded you thinner and creased you with years, I hope laughter and joy has carried you through. You are still paper, still beautiful, still enough. The time will come when you let go. When you do, look for me in the quiet. Dragons do not die, we become stories. We become watchful, we become guardians that never leave our post. Rest now, my love. The revolution is over for us. Lay down your paper bones. I am here. And I will always be your dragon.
As grandson reads, young man stands up from the table stage left. Comes to the bedside stage right where grandmother is lying down. Grandmother takes notice of the young man as he extends a hand and helps grandmother stand. He leads her towards stage left where they stand and embrace. Lights dim on grandson as a spotlight illuminates on the couple stage left.
You came back.
You know I don't break promises.
Young man leads grandmother to exit stage left as they leave holding each other. Lights fade to black. Yeah. So, this is based on a true story dedicated to Ia John, a woman who devoted her life to seeking smiled through hardship, held her head high in the face of adversity, and carried a quiet strength that spoke louder than words. Her smile, once strong enough to stop a war, still shines today. The stage is dark, rhythmic drums reverberating through the audience. Words are chanted over the drums as the song grows in intensity. Ding! An elevator chime cuts through all previous atmosphere, replacing it with cheery jazz music. Elevator illuminating the dark stage. Enter Rachel, holding a massive paperwork. She begins humming along with the music in the elevator. The doors close, Rachel hits the button, and the elevator rises. Ding! The doors open again, revealing Mac. He strides into the elevator, claiming the space. Coffee and a mug saying, #1 boss.
Good morning, Mr. Bennett.
Mac nods to her, doesn't say a word, and sips his coffee, clicking the exact same button Rachel had already pressed. The elevator rises. Ding! The elevator doors open for a third and final time, revealing Viv and Daryl mid-conversation.
Wow, that's so interesting. Like, was your dad a janitor, or did you break out on your own and set out into the world? Like, screw you, Dad! I'm not going to college. I'm gonna be a janitor. Nope. Very enchanting.
The doors close with a sense of finality as the elevator rises a few floors and then suddenly drops 3. The people in the elevator jolt at the sudden drop as the lights flicker and dim. The jazz music warps in and out of consciousness.
No. Shit! Damn it! I'm gonna miss my 2 o'clock.
Oh my god, I'm stuck!
Damn.
The alarm button lights up. With a buzz and a ring, a voice comes from the speakers.
Seems like y'all are stuck. We'll have someone up there to help y'all in about 10 minutes. 10
Wait,
minutes.
I miss my 2 o'clock because the stupid elevator every single time.
Everyone needs to calm down. Do you see what's going on here?
Yeah, we're stuck in a fucking elevator.
No, this is not just an elevator malfunction. This is an incident.
Rachel, if you're about to tell me this is because someone did recycle,
According to the Employee Handbook, subsection 14b, paragraph 3, in the event of a prolonged enclosure in a vertical conveyance, employees are to establish order, leadership, and clear chains of responsibility.
Is this like a team building thing?
give me that.
No, we must follow protocol.
She pulls the handbook away and raises it in the air. Drumbeat. A heavenly light shines down on her. The fluorescent lights flicker like lightning. The elevator rumbles. Blackout. Drumming. Lights come up. The characters are further apart. Everyone looks worse. Jackets tied around waists. One shoe is missing. The elevator hums like it's digesting them. Rachel stands center, handbook cradled like a baby. Mac is sweating. Viv sits cross-legged, scrolling a dead phone. Daryl leans peacefully against the wall.
How long has it been?
Time is no longer relevant.
It's been 7 minutes.
7 minutes is a long time in a small place.
Faster than that.
No! No one is falling in love. Ew! Enough! Emergency services said 10 minutes. We wait, we exit, this ends.
The elevator lets out a low, disapproving groan.
Why does it keep doing that when I talk?
In response to instability.
I am extremely stable.
The elevator leaps up
financially.
Rachel takes and places the handbook on the floor, then slaps the shit out of it.
We must formalize leadership.
Jesus Christ.
Voting. Democracy creates dissent, so we each receive roles. I am the keeper of rules. Witness, archivist, social memory.
Absolutely not.
Janitor.
The elevator drops a full foot. Everyone screams.
Ah! See, if we just stayed put, stopped moving, and stopped talking, we would all be fine. But now, maintenance probably doesn't know where we are because we keep jumping floors. So Rachel, if you would please.
Mac turns around and punches the shit out of him. Blackout, drumming, chanting. The chanting is breathy, layered, almost animal. Order, order, order. The drums don't stop. Lights up. Mac is tied upright to the handrail with his own tie and the emergency cord. Lips split, shirt torn, one shoe missing. Rachel stands barefoot before him, hair loose, handbook pressed to her chest like scripture. Ink streaks her arms in prehistoric symbols. Viv crouches, rocking, drawing symbols on the floor with smeared coffee and eyeliner. Daryl kneels by the control panel, palms flat against the metal, listening. The elevator hums like breath.
This has got to be some sort of HR violation. Okay, joke's over. Untie me.
We tried having you untied.
Untied was chaotic.
This is kidnapping.
This is balance.
Oh, God! It's a machine. It had a malfunction. None of you are special.
The elevator shoots up 2 floors. Rachel kneels again, reverent.
Vertical conveyance. We acknowledge the burden he places on you.
Oh my gosh, this is literally a content moment. This is like corporate exorcism shit.
She mimes filming with her dead phone.
Okay, your elevator becomes a sentient god, and HR is the high priestess.
The elevator emits a pleased ding.
Stop encouraging it!
The elevator groans. Everyone screams.
Ah!
We must remove the destabilizing force.
No, absolutely not. I pay all of you.
Actually, payroll does.
You are a symptom of structural arrogance.
I am middle management.
Y'all still doing okay today?
Everyone freezes.
We are reorganizing.
Mac tries to cry out for help, but Rachel slaps her hand over his mouth. The elevator lifts smoothly, half the floor, content.
Copy that.
Click. Silence.
This is criminal.
Rachel removes her hand.
You are no longer aligned with the mission.
What mission?
The lights flicker violently.
Remove his title.
Yes! Daryl steps forward, slowly removes Mac's #1 boss
Demoted.
Takes his watch.
Time is no longer relevant.
Elevator hums with approval.
Authority has shifted.
You are an HR coordinator.
I am infrastructure.
The elevator steadies. Daryl presses his palm to the wall again.
It wants equilibrium.
Every system needs a scapegoat. It's like engagement farming, but with souls.
No one is sacrificing me to an elevator.
The elevator lights flash red.
Vertical conveyance. What do you require?
The doors suddenly rattle. A grinding metallic scream. The floor indicator goes haywire, switching at an unusual frequency.
Oh my god, it's choosing!
It can't choose. It can only move up and down based on the buttons we press.
Ding! The floor display stops on 0. The elevator slowly begins descending, not dropping, too far. The drumbeat becomes louder.
Are we going to hell?
The descent stops. Ding! The doors slide open. Blinding white light. They shield their eyes. The light fades. They are exactly where they started. Cheery jazz music. Everything pristine. Mac is no longer tied. Perfect suit, mug intact. Rachel holds her paperwork, clean. Viv's phone is fully charged. Daryl pushes his mop bucket. They stare at each other. Ding!
Well, that was highly unproductive.
No record of incident.
Did we bond? No.
Let's try this again. Efficiently. Humanly.
Mac clicks a button. Elevator rises. Ding! The doors open. Mac steps forward confidently and falls. Pitch black void beyond. A long distance scream. Viv leans forward, peering down. That's so symbolic. Rachel calmly presses the closed door button. The door's shut. Ding! The elevator rises. Blackout. Drums. Chanting. End of play. Sierra leans against the railing with a cup in hand on the porch of a small town house. The house has lights on, shining through the window, and music can be heard muffled through the walls. Sierra goes to take a sip of her drink before pausing and setting it down. She sighs.
I don't know why you seem to think coming to these is a good idea.
A beat. The door behind her opens. Allie enters with a drink, shutting the door before noticing there is a person with her.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that.
Allie identifies Sierra, cuts herself off, and walks to the other side of the porch, putting as much distance as possible between them. A beat. The quiet goes on too long for it to feel comfortable.
Why are you being so weird?
Allie ignores her. The silence shouldn't feel malicious, but it should seem intentional.
That's mature. You've got to be kidding me. Is there any way to make you happy? What, Hugh? I don't know if you're good for me. I don't think we should be friends anymore. I'll let you know if things change, but I don't think they will. Please don't talk to me on Monday. Did that spark your memory, or do I need to keep going? Alex. I just go by Allie now. Sorry, didn't know. Yeah, well, how could you? You would actually have to be in my life to know that.
Allie takes a drink and makes a face, setting it down.
What's wrong?
The only non-alcoholic beverage in the entire house was a 0-calorie grape soda, and it tastes like cough syrup.
You don't drink?
I can't with the medication I'm on. Look, I'll be gone in a few minutes. I just need a few seconds of quiet, and then I'll go back inside and leave you alone.
It's fine. I don't mind.
God, you make no sense.
Sierra turns away from Allie, focusing on anything other than the girl with her on the porch. Allie takes a moment to actually look at Sierra.
You finally got your ears pierced.
Yeah. Sophomore year, my parents let me do it for my 16th birthday.
I told you they'll fold eventually.
There's an awkward pause. Sierra is still trying to avoid looking at Allie.
So, how have you been?
Sierra, what game are you trying to play?
What do you mean? I'm not playing any games, I'm just...
Sierra, stop. Just stop.
Sierra falls quiet. A beat.
What are you trying to do? To prove? Can we just stand here in silence until one of us goes back in? You don't have to pretend to care.
I'm sorry.
Are you? I just don't get what I did that made you hate me so much.
I didn't hate you. I don't hate you. It wasn't about you.
Then what was it about?
Allie looks to Sierra expectantly and receives nothing in return.
You can't even tell me. For fuck's sake, Sierra, what are we doing? What do you want from me? I've done what you've asked for 3 fucking years. I've moved on, and now you're acting like nothing happened. Like you didn't cut me off out of nowhere. Like this was my choice and not yours. You sent that text, not me. I never asked for you to disappear from my life.
that was all you. You think I didn't know that? I know what I did, but I didn't know what else.
She stops herself before she can let anything else slip out.
If you just want to run around in circles, you can do that on your own. I'm not letting you pull me back into freshman year again. If you actually want to have a conversation that goes somewhere, let me know. I'll be inside, and if I'm not, you can find me on Monday in third period.
Allie goes for the door.
No, wait,
Sierra rushes to catch Allie's hand before Allie reaches the door, turning her around to face her. Allie yanks her hand away, and Sierra stumbles back, putting space between the two.
What, Sierra? You want to talk about it? Fine. I have a few questions, too. If it wasn't about me, what was it about? Was volleyball too stressful? You just didn't have time for friends anymore? Well, I know that's not true. You joined the swim team freshman year, so that couldn't be it.
Allie moves closer to Sierra, closing the gap as she talks.
Allie, it's not like
Do
that.
your parents not like me? I mean, they were never particularly fond of me. That wasn't a problem before, so why would it be now?
Alice, stop.
Allie accidentally corners Sierra, not noticing what she's doing.
What could it have possibly been about?
Allie takes a final step forward. To her close, Sierra is in shock. She looks down at Allie's lips for a brief moment. The glance is long and obvious enough for Allie to catch it. Allie stumbles backward. She turns away from Sierra, walking back towards the door, but not moving to go back inside.
No, that wasn't. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. I didn't mean to.
Her breathing becomes heavier as she panics. After a moment, Allie realizes what is happening, turning around to the other girl.
Hey.
Sierra continues her spiral. Allie guides her to the ground.
Hey, it's okay. You're here. You're okay. Hey, what do you need? What can I do?
Fuck! How do I breathe? Why can't I breathe?
Allie takes Sierra's hand and places it on her chest.
Hey, okay, just slow down, okay? You're okay. I'm here, just in and out. Try and match me.
Sierra does. The two sit on the porch, just breathing together until Sierra's breath manages to slow down. Sierra looks at Allie, who lets Sierra's hand fall.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what that was.
You don't need to be sorry. Sierra stands and backs away from Allie.
I didn't mean to throw that at you.
No, it's okay. You're not. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Said I'm fine.
Why did you cut me off?
I just couldn't be around you anymore.
You know, I played our relationship in my head over and over again, wondering what I did wrong. I told myself that it must have been me and that maybe something was wrong, and the whole time I've dismissed it. And we sat 3 feet apart from each other in freshman biology for months, and we never talked. I used to come into that classroom every day, and for about a month, all I could notice was you. You were right there. I knew when it happened, how it happened, but I could never figure out why. And you wanted space. So I quit the cheer team. And so you wouldn't see me at your games. We stopped hanging out on the weekends or after school, and that was that. After a while, I stopped noticing you until eventually it was almost like you were never in my life to begin with. We interacted sometimes when we needed to, like for class, and I saw you almost every day, but you were gone, and I had to accept that. I had to accept that I'd never know why.
I didn't know what else to do.
You could just talk to me, or anything else.
Like it was that easy.
Sierra sits down near her.
Being around you was impossible. Do you have any idea how hard it is to be around you? Not just for me, but for anyone. 4.0 GPA, despite taking every AP class she can. Captain of the debate team. Is good at anything she tries. Still has time to go to parties, and no one has anything negative to say about her. She comes out sophomore year, and her dad puts a pride flag in her front lawn. She's confident, put together, and has her whole life planned out. And you don't even realize it. You get everything you try right on the first or second try, and you beat yourself up if you can't, thinking you're a failure. Why? Because it took you 7 tries instead of 3?
No, my life isn't perfect.
Isn't it? I study for hours and still can't get the grades you do. I go to maybe 1 party a semester since they stress me out and take up too much time. And people look sideways at me because of it. Did you know that when I decided I wanted to join the swim team, my parents got mad at me? my little brothers after school. Never mind that when Liam got to high school, he was allowed to play a sport every single quarter. When you came out, my parents said it was probably for the best that I'd cut you out of my life the year before. After all, I wouldn't want someone with that sort of influence in my life. You get to be perfect by accident. I don't get a choice.
Ellie lets this sink in.
I never thought your parents liked me, but that seemed a bit extreme.
It wasn't you they didn't like.
Right.
It was supposed to make me forget, to make it go away.
What was?
Everything. The text cutting you off, the last 3 years.
Did it?
I told myself it did. I told myself that every time I saw you in the hallway, I didn't actually notice you, or that when we had a class together and how I would purposely sit behind you, it wasn't because it was easier to watch you that way. How the reason I checked the school paper to see how the debate team did over the weekend was that I cared about school spirit. That I got disappointed when I saw you pick cheer team because the girl they replaced you with wasn't as enthusiastic as you were and it brought down morale. I told myself it hurt less than it did. Maybe eventually I started to believe it. But I couldn't fully ignore it, especially when we were friends. All the little things that made you, you. The things you never even saw or just thought were imperfections. The things that I loved. Because the only thing I could see, it was just too much.
I kept telling myself the reason it hurt so much was because you were the longest friendship I've had in forever. Finally, I get to stay in one place long enough to make a real friend, and this happens. That's why it hurt. So I brushed it off and made new friends. I kept going forward like I always do, but none of them were you. You were always in the back of my mind. The first year after it happened, when people would mention you to me, I got so mad. I got angry. I made you into this villain in my mind. You seemed so fine, like nothing bothered you. Do you even realize how much you did mess me up?
I didn't think it would affect you that much. We weren't friends for very long. I thought it would be easier to cut you off before we got too close. I just didn't realize how much space you took up in my life until you were gone.
I really missed you, you know?
I missed you too.
Two smile at each other. Silence, not a charged, tense silence like before, but a quiet one. A peaceful one.
So, what now?
You tell me, what do you want to happen? What do you want from this?
I just don't know if I'm good for you.
Because of a mistake you made when you were 15? Sierra looks at her hesitantly.
I wouldn't have cared, you know. We could have figured it out together. If you need someone to talk to, we still could.
But that would have made it real.
Is it real now?
Which part?
They look at each other. Sierra has two options. Allie already knows either way.
Yeah.
Maybe they kiss, maybe they don't. Maybe they stare at each other or hug. Maybe Allie takes Sierra's hand or Sierra finally lets herself smile. The conversation isn't over, but it's a start. Regardless, the distance should be closed, leaving them at maximum 3 feet apart. End of play.
creature sits against the inside of the tank.
This is just perfect. I spent every day of the last however many years I've worked at this company hoping to be noticed, and when they finally do, it's to dump you at my doorstep.
The creature watches as Mara sandals.
Well, I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna march right up those stairs into the lead's office, and I'm gonna.
Mara stops mid-plan and huffs, slamming back down to her seat.
I'm gonna write some very choice words from right here.
Mara begins jotting things down in a notebook, presumably writing out every curse word in her vocabulary. She glances down at her finished work. Mara contemplates. This stupid idea.
Yeah. Buckets!
It misses.
Buckets!
She misses. Mara leaves the paper where it is before returning to her chair. After a moment of silence, she scoots her chair over to the tank, tapping on the glass. She stares down the creature. It stares back, unmoving.
You're the kind of thing I write horror movies about. like the boogeyman or some shit. You can like.
The creature opens its mouth, revealing a toothy grin. Mara huffs, pushing her chair back to her desk.
I need a drink.
Blackout. Day 2. Mara rushes into the office, clearly in a state.
I got a speeding ticket today. A ticket! I wasn't even going that fast. I tried to explain to the officer that the reason I was speeding was actually to go to work of all places. So obviously, I must be a good person because who speeds to go to work? And he just looks at me, writes my ticket, and says, "Good luck with that job of yours." I'm a law-abiding citizen, you know. Nothing on the record or off. If you look at my name, it's clean. At least I think so. Oh God, what if in 20 years I'm looking to expand my horizons and get a better job, and they do a background check and they see the ticket, and then I have to be like, yeah, sorry, I'm just being too good of a human, but an excellent worker, mind you, but I had to go entertain my freaky monster who refuses to work with me! What will I get for you to communicate? You want money? I got lots of money! Okay, actually that's not true. But I'll get you money!
Mara sighs, grabs the office.
You have a partner? Some weird creature lover thing? I can bring them here if you just help me out!
The creature sits silently before thunking its head on the tank glass and recoiling, clearly stunned.
Ha! I'm so fucked.
Day 3. Lights up. The creature lies in its tank. Mara sits at her desk with a small bouncy ball, which she is bouncing repeatedly off the side of the tank.
Quiet afternoon? Not much to do. I guess I think I could use the break. How about you? Anything bouncing around in that head of yours?
Mara stops bouncing the ball.
I have a very complicated relationship with silence, you know. Do you have a name? I can always help you find one if you like. Maybe something sick like Rex. Oh,
It's gross.
Alright, not Rex. Noted.
Mara begins bouncing the ball again. After 2 or 3 bounces, the ball hits a wrong angle and bounces across the room. The creature leans forward, following the movement with its eyes. Mara sighs and goes to grab the ball before bouncing the creature.
This?
Creature blinks. Mara slowly waves the ball around, watching as the creature's eyes follow.
family. Very, very stereotypical of cats, I must say. I debated calling a firefighter, but something in me said, this is something you could do. I could just kick this dumb cat out of its tree.
The creature lays down at the bottom of the tank.
So I stood at the bottom of the tree. I took a box. I pretended it was treats. It wasn't. I don't have a cat.
Mara stops pacing, fishing a tiny box of paper clips out of her pocket and shaking it.
Basically the same thing, kind of. Anyway, it didn't work. The cat just sat there looking at me like I was stupid. I debated leaving that thing up there after that, believe me, but I'm a good person, you know. So I said to myself, Mara, you are going to attempt to climb that tree. I haven't climbed a tree since I was young. Is there a right way to climb a tree? Because I definitely think I went about that wrong.
Creature yawns.
I did pretty good if I do say so myself. And then the cat walked down the tree. Suddenly I was the dumb one. People were probably saying, why is she in that tree? And now I don't even have an excuse. Anyway, that's why my hair is a mess this morning.
The phone at Mara's desk rings. She peeks over at the creature.
You mind if I take this? Hello? Yeah. Yeah,
Mara pauses, stunned.
of course, thank you.
Mara sets the phone back on the desk. The creature blinks up at her from its tank. Mara takes a few steps, unsure on her feet. She glances back at the creature before exiting the lab. Blackout. Day 5. Lights up. The creature sits in its tank, alone in the room. We sit in silence before the door to the lab slowly opens. Mara steps inside, closing the door softly behind her. Mara gets to her desk and sits, fidgeting with her hands.
My father passed away yesterday. Doctor said he got sick and he never got better. It's funny, I guess. We haven't spoken in years and they still thought to call.
Mara sniffs. The creature looks over.
I wasn't close with any of them. They always thought they had me all figured out.
Mara stares outward, clearly lost in her own head.
Am I a bad person?
A tap on the glass. Mara looks over to the tank. The creature has its hand pressed against the glass, staring back at her.
I must be boring you with all this depressing shit.
The creature huffs.
I haven't.
The creature hums, as if in agreement. Mara walks from her desk and drops to her knees in front of the tank, face to face with the creature.
Have you understood me this whole time?
The creature blinks once, twice, and then breaks into a wide smile.